abusuan se ame no kase se o pese o kohwe eye Kelvin Taylor Loud Silence TV abusuan unya nhwe because you are taking it down nano ana kede se black pot so ana black Rasta edin sembi atodwade ntia ye kede se ya take sa TV station down no black Rasta achirechirem into details kede se abusuan obepe se obete ekwanya efa so a ede sansan we nyina ba yen gogo tie sama black Rasta so edi tudwa yen komla sisi a
Taylor's Loud Silence TV shut down. Something that he started arduously from 2012. Shut down after 14 years. What happened? One man was fingered. My own brother, Professor Al Hassan of GBC. He is the boss of the GBC. That is him sitting there. Oh yes, Professor Al Hassan was fingered in this. And it looked like he himself confessed to what he did to Loud Silence TV. Let us go straight to Kelvin Taylor to listen to him tell us how his TV network was shut down. And I warn you, it's full of expletives and, hard language. Please forgive me. Watch this.
This is the man who was making calls for my platform to be shut down. Such a fool. This fool, on one gata kan won enum asem say ai na owosrem e na oyesla e na imam bia na one ne masala chika chen say me kohwe Kelvin Taylor because time aso Kelvin Taylor oba be expose the MPP for oba be yes scandal oba be kan okra na kire me imam no na se ne be ye nyina betuma boa etu aban bone no. Way back, he was worried. He wanted Asla Awusumo to shut me down. This foolish man. How can such a fool, Mr. President, be entertaining such a fool? This guy wished you never became president.
But it should have been more. We have can control it, but direct to home, outside your borders or inside your borders, but it will hit have merged. And when you are home and you are running to, now I will illustrate one example why this conversation matters. About 2 years ago, up in Tamale, after the evening prayers, I engaged the imam in the chat. Then all of a sudden he told me that, it's time for Kelvin Taylor. I'm running home. I said, you have Kelvin Taylor on your TV? He said, yes. At that time, I could only access Kelvin Taylor on the internet. I didn't know that DTH Kelvin Taylor was entering Ghanaian homes. I went home, scanned my TV, and there it was, free to my house. I came back to Accra, scanned, it was there. And I remember sending a text message and a screenshot to a very important regulator. All he said was, wow. They commissioned the NCA to find a way to stop Kelvin Taylor. They tracked him down. Kelvin Taylor went to Nigeria and got a satellite company whose footprint covers Ghana, and currently he's broadcasting to Ghana. So, nowhere, you can't get him. Now, I will illustrate one example why this conversation matters. About 2 years ago, up in Tamale, after the evening prayers, I engaged the imam in the chat. Then all of a sudden he told me that, it's time for Kelvin Taylor. I'm running home. I said, you have Kelvin Taylor on your TV? He said, yes. At that time, I could only access Kelvin Taylor on the internet. I didn't know that DTH Kelvin Taylor was entering Ghanaian homes. I went home, scanned my TV, and there it was, free to my house. I came back to Accra, scanned, it was there. And I remember sending a text message and a screenshot to a very important regulator. All he said was, wow. They commissioned the NCA to find a way to stop Kelvin Taylor. They tracked him down. Kelvin Taylor went to Nigeria and got a satellite company whose footprint covers Ghana, and currently he's broadcasting to Ghana. So, nowhere, you can't get him.
This man, that is what he was doing. What was Kelvin Taylor doing? Kelvin Taylor was exposing the NPP government. This idiot took it upon himself, offered Asla Owusu, and told Asla to shut me down. To get my license to just operate, I spent over $20,000. I was paying $5,000 a month, and I'm still paying to be on multi TV. I spent $20,000 just to get a license to come and tell Ghanaians that this is what is happening to Ghana. Kwasi Way came to Accra. He called Osla. People say he called an operator. He called Osla Owusu. Offer Osla Owusu and you bring Osla Owusu say Osla Owusu should find every means to find how I got into Ghana. This man, Kwasi today is standing before John Mahama and telling John Mahama, you know what? We want government to pay our debt. John Mahama, please, with all due respect, sack this fool. These are some of the naughtiness that you are not supposed to allow around you. Whoever is robbing for this fool, you need to sack this guy or to him for editing Embra GBC. Even your manifesto lunch, this guy instructed them not to cover your manifesto lunch. This fool. Way today, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was president for 8 years. This man could not look in his eyes to tell him the problems of GBC. And we allow these fools. They draw so much money, big salaries, stupid idiots, and then we give them chance.
Well, Kelvin Taylor is noted for explosive utterances. In his opinion, Professor Amin Al-Hassan should be sacked by the President of the Republic. He is the boss of GTV. In fact, the whole of GBC. Radio, TV, online, everything. I've had the opportunity to meet him. We grew up together at Moshizongo in Tamale. And in his own words, he said when he went to Tamale to pray behind a certain imam, right after prayer, the imam was so much in a hurry to go and watch Kelvin Taylor. And that shocked him. How can Kelvin Taylor be on Ghana TV with such explosive language? And he called one of the regulators to deal with the issue. And according to Kelvin Taylor, it was one Esula Owusu he called. And this is Esula. She was the Minister of Communication at the time. And the whole thing was shut down. And when it was shut down, Kelvin Taylor had to run to Nigeria to pay the Nigerians to find a way of putting him into the Ghanaian space again. That was how Kelvin Taylor was able to return to the airwaves right here in Ghana. Number one, it shows resilience. Number two, it shows a man who is not ready to give up. Now, before we came on the show, I tried to speak with Professor Amin Al-Hassan, and he told me point blank, he is not ready to give any credence to this story. But we had another conversation which we are going to be following up on. And in the next coming days, we will bring you a bigger expose. Did Kelvin Taylor get the right information? Did somebody lie to him? Or exactly why did Kelvin Taylor get this angry? I have the answers. Come here. It's simple. My brother, my sister, that Kelvin Taylor knows how far he has come with his Loud Silence TV from 2012. What he went through. He's a man who has always believed in information, the WikiLeaks style. People must have the information devoid of all the formality and bureaucracies. He's somebody who has challenged the status quo. He is somebody who has decided that, you know what? I don't need all the formality to be able to bring out my message. I will give it to them raw. He doesn't think about ethics when he's on his show. So it is for you to decide if you want that show or not. But in no time, he started catching up with the people. What the media in Ghana couldn't give, he was able to give that raw, no protection. And he became a threat to many. Many took him to court.
Yes, and to way any and summer a black Rasta at the two at the fire Kelvin Taylor TV station. Just taking it down. No? Black Rasta I come into data time ya where say what you see. Yes, international all search it loud silence TV. Na say where nya and I say where who answer now who baby a eden if they are a buyer. From this media ni macro. Bye bye.